Karl-Anthony Towns is outproducing Victor Wembanyama. The matchup that was supposed to define this series is going the wrong way for San Antonio. The following will be based on a article that was written several days ago. I hope you enjoy. The New York Knicks are up 2-0 in the NBA Finals. Nobody predicted it. The betting market had San Antonio as minus 200 favorites entering the series. The formula favored the Spurs. The regular season records favored the Spurs by 9 games. None of it's mattered through 2 games. Here's what the numbers actually show. The headline through 2 games is not what Victor Wembanyama has done. It's what Cat has done to Wembanyama. Through 2 games, Cat leads the entire series in net positives at plus 50. Wemby's at plus 47. In a matchup where the world expected the 7'4" generational talent to dominate the largest stage of his career, the Knicks centers outproduced him statistically in the aggregate. In Game 1, Cat was a plus 21, Wemby a plus 20. In Game 2, Cat plus 29, Wemby plus 27. The margins are small, but they're consistent, and they're happening in the matchup that was supposed to be the Spurs in the series. Towns is not just surviving Wemby defensively, he's outscoring and out-rebounding him back-to-back games. His Game 2 line of 21, 13, and 4 on 8 of 12 shooting, including 3 of 5 from 3, is the best individual performance of the series by the formula's measures so far. The team-level numbers reveal why New York's ahead through 2 games. The Knicks' combined team net positives are 203. The Spurs' combined team net positives are 172. A gap of 31 net positives over 2 games is meaningful. It reflects the Knicks' balanced contribution. 4 players with combined series totals above 20. Cat at 50, OG and Bridges at 34, Josh Hart at 22. Brunson's at plus 21 despite being the offensive engine. The Knicks do not have a weak spot in their rotation through 2 games. The Spurs' balance is more concentrated. Wemby at plus 47, Devin Vassell at plus 34 are carrying a roster where Dylan Hopper plus 32 has been the pleasant surprise. His Game 2 line of 15, 6, and 3 on 6 of 12 shooting, plus 13, was quietly excellent and undercuts the narrative that the backcourt has been uniformly poor. But Fox and Castle together account for only 36 combined through 2 games, and the turnover problem is real. This is the number that tells you why the series stands where it does. Knicks team turnovers of 9 in Game 1, 9 in Game 2, and Spurs team turnovers of 13 in Game 1, 16 in Game 2. The Spurs have turned the ball over 29 times to New York's 18 through 2 games. That's 11 extra possessions handed to the Knicks. On teams whose offense runs through Wemby in the post, turnovers are uniquely damaging. Every Wemby post touch that ends in a turnover is a play where his individual brilliance produced negative value. Wemby's individual turnover total of 6 in Game 1, 4 in Game 2, 10 turnovers in 2 games from the play the Spurs need to be their floor general. He's still producing at a historic level. The formula does have him at plus 47 combined, but the turnovers are the clearest evidence of New York's defensive strategy working. The Knicks are making the post difficult and forcing him into improvisational decisions at the end of shot clocks. Castle's turnovers, 2 in Game 1, 4 in Game 2. Fox's, 3 in Game 1, 4 in Game 2. And the Spurs ball handlers have collectively turned it over only 19 times in 2 games. Once again, the Knicks pressure defense is the engine of the 2-0 lead. Game 1 belonged to Josh Hart. His line of 3 points, 15 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, and 1 block produced a net positive of 21, matching Cat and outpacing Wemby. Hart's box score does not look like a player of the game performance because the scoring was modest, but the formula doesn't care about the scoring. The 15 rebounds, 4 steals, 6 assists, and 0 turnovers on a winning team is one of the more complete stat lines. The guard apparently lost its mind in the 4th quarter when he was on the floor. Game 2 belonged to Bridges and Cat. Bridges had 20 points on 8 for 13 shooting with 6 assists, plus 25 on the night. Towns followed with the biggest game of the series. Wemby had his best game in return, 29 points, 9 rebounds, 4 blocks, and Fox contributed 20 points on 8 for 12, but the Knicks' depth absorbed both performances. Brunson was off with a 7 for 25 shooting night. OG was solid, plus 19 on the night, and Landry Shamet provided 3 threes off the bench for a plus 11. The Knicks won without their best player playing his best basketball. That last sentence is the most important thing the formula's found through 2 games. De'Aaron Fox has 18 combined net positives through the 2 games, the same as Stephon Castle. The old finals preview article identified Fox's regular season production and flagged him as the Spurs counter to Brunson in the backcourt. Through game 2, he's producing at a fraction of that rate. Fox's game 1, 7 points on 3 for 13 shooting and 3 turnovers, left him with a net -2, his worst game of the playoffs by a significant margin. Fox's game 2, with 20 points on the 8 for 12 shooting and 1 turnover, was a net of +20, a legitimate performance. The split's dramatic. San Antonio needs the game 2 version of Fox to survive this series. If the game 1 version appears again, the Knicks will close it out quickly. One number of the article noted that holds Fox's combined total of +18 through the 2 final games is below the regular season rate by a wide margin, but the game 2 showing does suggest the series adjustment has been made. The Spurs cannot afford another 3 for 13 night. Devin Vassell at +34 through the first 2 games is the Spurs' most consistent performer after Wemby, and he's generally played very well. The problem's the math. Vassell's +34 matches OG's +34. One elite wing canceling out the other, but the Knicks also have Bridges at +34. There's no Spurs equivalent to that third number. Vassell's holding his own against one of New York's wings, but he can't hold his own against both of them simultaneously, and that's exactly what the series is asking him to do. The turnover problem is fixable. The Spurs are a disciplined offensive team in the regular season. 29 turnovers in 2 finals games does not reflect their capabilities. It reflects the Knicks' defensive pressure and some early series nerves from the younger players. Castle, who's been the steadiest of the backcourt at +18, it's not catastrophic, but his 6 turnovers has been. And Fox has shown in game 2 the adjustment is possible. The Cat-Wemby matchup needs to swing. The Spurs will not win the series if Towns continues outproducing Wemby in combined net positives. The matchup was supposed to be the Spurs' advantage. It's been the series' biggest surprise. Once again, the formula series total reads Knicks +203, Spurs +172. 2 games, New York's advantage. The team that was supposed to be deeper in the regular season is currently getting outproduced by a balanced roster that's delivered performances from 5 different players in critical moments. No team's ever lost the first 2 games of the NBA Finals at home and come back to win the series, not once. San Antonio is only the 3rd home team in Finals history to drop both openers, joining the 93 Phoenix Suns and the 95 Orlando Magic. Both those series ended the same way. The Bulls took the title from Phoenix in 6, and the Rockets swept Orlando in 4. The 5 teams that won a Finals after falling behind 2-0 all lost those games on the road, meaning they came home for games 3 and 4 with crowd and momentum on their side. The Spurs don't have that. They go to Madison Square Garden next for the first Finals games there in 27 years, needing to win in an arena that last hosted this moment in 1999, the last time these 2 franchises met here. The Knicks have also won 8 consecutive road playoff games, tied with the 2001 Lakers for the longest single-season road win streak in NBA playoff history. The formula reevaluates based on new data. History does not. Both point in the same direction. The series opened in favor of San Antonio. 2 games in, it may already be over. The full net wins database is free at willf123.github.io/NBA-net-wins. The net wins formula and all written content are original works. All rights are reserved.